So we have chemistry 2016 5070 pure chemistry. Question 1 states one of the laboratory rules reads as follows: do not eat anything in the lab or in the laboratory. So explain why this rule is important. So this is because the food might be contaminated with chemicals which are harmful to the human being. That's the final answer for the first one. The second question says state one other laboratory rules or safety rule. So do not eat in the lab, do not run in the laboratory, always follow instruction. Now since the question says just mention one, so you can just write one of the rule mentioned. Do not wear open shoe, do not run in the laboratory, wear protective clothes. Those are rules. Question B says important skills which a chemistry needs to have include correct apparatus, stock equipment for carrying out some experiment procedures. State the name of the piece of apparatus which can be used to measure accurate volume of this, which is 0.6. So to measure the accurate volume, we can use a burette. The number question 2 says to measure the mass of cooking oil sample. So mass, the keyword letter there, keyword is mass. So to measure the mass, we can use electronic beam balance or analytical beam balance. Then hold 50 centimeter cubic of solution during a chemical reaction. So the keyword there is hold. So to hold, we can use beaker or conical flask. Then the next question says a soil sample was added to aqueous copper 2 sulfate solution. So copper 2 sulfate solution there soil is insoluble, then copper 2 sulfate solution is soluble. Copper 2 sulfate is soluble, then forming a brown mixture. The mixture was filtered using the experimental setup as shown. So the filter paper there, residue, then the residue there will be sand, because sand is insoluble, so the sand will remain on the filter paper. Then the filtrate there will be copper 2 sulfate. So state the name of the residue. So the name of the residue there is soil, as I said earlier. Name of the filtrate will be copper 2 sulfate solution, or aqueous copper 2 sulfate. Color of the filtrate, since copper 2 sulfate is blue, so the color there will be blue. The copper 2 sulfate solution is a mix of two compounds. Name the two compounds present in the copper 2 sulfate. So since say that copper 2 sulfate solution, so that there will be water and the copper 2 sulfate. So the answer there is copper 2 sulfate and water. Then question 2. Describe in outline how the two compounds in the copper 2 sulfate solution can be separated. So first you need to boil the solution in a flask until all the water vaporizes. Then pass through the condenser. Then you collect the water in a beaker. So first you boil the solution in a flask until all the water vaporizes, then pass through the condenser, then you collect the water in a beaker. So this is answer for this one. Question 3. Question 3 says the diagram below shows the nuclei of 5 different atoms. Then we have key there, those dark spots there, those are neutron. Then the other is neutron. So as you can see in L there, we have 2 proton and 2 neutron. In M there, we have 4 neutron and 3 proton. Then we'll go back to question. Question says, which atom has an atomic number of 5? So atomic number is the same as proton. So 5. Which atom has an atomic number of 4? Not 5, but 4. So we'll count. So atomic number the same as the proton number. So we use the symbol for proton there. So in N, as you can see, in N we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer there, the first one is N. Then number 2, mass number of 7. Mass number of 7. So we'll count again the mass number. The mass number into count almost everything, because the mass number is the total number of proton and neutron. Don't forget that the mass number is the total number of proton and the neutron. So we are going to count the component which has the total number of what? Of 7. So in the first there is not qualified. Then M, as you can see, M, we have total number there is 7. So the answer is there is M. Then using the letter M and Q, write the chemical formula of the compound formed if the atoms that contain nuclear M and Q reacted. So as you can see in M there, we're going to write a configuration for which is the proton number there is 2. So it means it will have 2, 1. So the valence or the outermost shell or the valence for M is 1. And then for Q, we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we have 7. We have 7 there. Of 7 there, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh no, not 7 but 8. So I have 8 neutron there. I have 8 neutron there. We have 8 proton. Sorry, not neutron but proton. So there we have 7 proton. So which means 8. We are going to 2, 6. So that one P is Q. There's a mistake here. They said Q, not P but Q. So in Q there, as you can see, we'll count the proton. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, there's 8 there. So since we have 8 there, so we're going to write configuration which is 2, 6. So Q need to gain 2 electrons. So I'm going to swap the valence. So the valence for Q is 2. So since M is 1, so I'm going to swap the valences. That 2 will come this side, which is equal to M. Then that 1 from M will go to Q. So the formula will be M2Q. The type of bonding here is ionic bonding, because the M loses electrons and Q gains electrons. So the question C, what type of bond is formed for the reaction in above? So it's ionic bonding. Question D, which 2 letters present nuclei of atoms which are isotopes? So the answer there automatically is P, because it has same atomic number but different mass number. So next question. Continue with the next question.